cancer, the diabetes drug Actos may be to blame, and the manufacturer of Actos may owe you compensation for your medical bills and your pain and suffering. Call the Goldwater Law Firm right now for a free consultation.
There are time deadlines to file a claim, so call us right now.
If you've been diagnosed with bladder cancer, or if a loved one died from bladder cancer after taking Actos, call the Goldwater Law Firm. Call 1-800-555-1212. That's 1-800-555-1212. 1-800-555-1212.
Attention, users of the birth control NuvaRing.
If you or a loved one used the birth control NuvaRing and suffered a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or blood clot, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call the Goldwater Law Firm right now. Call 1-800-391-5000. That's 1-800-391-5000.
Attention, women with cancer.
The FDA warns that certain medical devices used to perform hysterectomies and fibroid surgeries can spread cancer. If you had a hysterectomy or fibroid surgery and were then diagnosed with cancer, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you were diagnosed with cancer after a hysterectomy or fibroid surgery, call 1-800-494-8686. That's 1-800-494-8686.
Attention liver damage victims. If you are hospitalized for liver damage, this message is for you.
Tylenol and several other pain relievers have been linked to liver failure. If you were ever hospitalized for liver problems, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be
and these other pain relievers may be to blame for your liver injury. If you or someone you know has been hospitalized for a liver injury, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
There are time deadlines to file a claim, so call us right now.
We are only representing victims who died or were hospitalized for a liver injury after taking Tylenol. If this has ever happened to you or a loved one, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now. Call 1-800-555-1212. That's 1-800-555-1212.
Attention mothers and fathers. Some antidepressants and other drugs taken during pregnancy can cause serious birth defects.
Antidepressants Effexor, Zoloft, Celexa, Wellbutrin, and Lexapro, as well as seizure drug Topamax, can cause horrible birth defects. Some harm a baby's heart, brain, spinal cord, lungs, or other vital organs, and can cause spina bifida, cleft palate, clubbed feet, or other birth defects. If you took any of these drugs while pregnant and your child has a birth defect, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. Call us right now. Both you and your child may be entitled to financial compensation.
If your child has suffered a birth defect after their mother took an antidepressant or seizure drug while pregnant, call 1-800-555-1212 for a free legal consultation. That's 1-800-555-1212.
Attention women, the birth control drugs Yaz, Yasmin, Ocella, Tiaz, and Zafirol have been linked to serious side effects.
If you took one of these drugs and then suffered a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, DVT, blood clot, or had your gallbladder removed, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. If your loved one has taken any of these drugs and were injured, call us right now.
Call 1-800-555-1212. That's 1-800-555-1212.
Attention, a brand new study has just linked popular energy drinks to serious heart problems.
If you were hospitalized for heart problems after consuming an energy drink, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you or a loved one suffered a stroke or heart problems after consuming an energy drink, call 1-800-494-8686. That's 1-800-494-8686.
Attention users of Avelox, Cipro, and Levaquin.
The FDA warns that these commonly prescribed antibiotics can cause severe nerve damage. If you took Avelox, Cipro, or Levaquin and then developed paralysis or were diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
Call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
Call 1-800-494-8686. That's 1-800-494-8686.
Attention, several recent studies have linked the prescription drug Abilify to compulsive gambling.
If you lost over $50,000 gambling while taking Abilify, call the Goldwater Law Firm. You may be entitled to a substantial out-of-court settlement.
If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now.
If you or a loved one took Abilify and then lost over $50,000 gambling, fill out our form or call 1-800-494-8686.
Attention, the popular reflux and heartburn drugs Nexium and Prilosec have been linked to serious kidney problems.
If you took Nexium or Prilosec and then suffered kidney failure or kidney disease, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you or a loved one took Nexium or Prilosec and then suffered kidney failure or kidney disease, fill out our form or call our number right now. Call 1-800-494-8686.
Attention women who took the drug Zofran while pregnant.
If you took Zofran while you were pregnant and your child was born with a heart defect or a cleft lip or palate, call right now.
If you took this drug while pregnant and your child was born with a birth defect, call us right now. Both you and your child may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you took Zofran while pregnant and your child was born with a cleft palate, cleft lip, or heart defect, call 1-800-494-8686. That's 1-800-494-8686.
Attention diabetics.
If you used a diabetes medication and suffered ketoacidosis, heart attack, stroke, or any of these injuries, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you or a loved one used one of these diabetes medications and suffered ketoacidosis or any of these serious injuries, call 1-800-494-8686. That's 1-800-494-8686.
Attention, the FDA has just recalled thousands
I
of
vote
right
Casey
hip
because
Right hip implant patients are at a severe risk of sudden break or fracture of their implant. If you've had a right hip replacement, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
I'm attorney Bob Goldwater. If this device has injured you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you've had a right hip replacement, call 1-800-494-8686. That's 1-800-494-8686.
Attention.
If you had hip, knee, or other joint surgery and were then hospitalized for an infection, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
received the
air-heated blanket or gown used during your surgery may be to blame.
If this has happened to you or a loved one, call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you had hip, knee, or other joint surgery and then had an infection, call 1-800-494-8686. That's 1-800-494-8686.
Attention, knee replacement patients.
The FDA has just announced a major recall of the tibial plates in the Zimmer Persona knee replacement system. If you or a loved one has a Zimmer Persona knee replacement, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you or a loved one has a Zimmer Persona knee replacement, call 1-800-494-8686. That's 1-800-494-8686.
Attention, if you have an IVC filter to prevent blood clots, listen carefully.
The FDA warns that IVC filters can cause serious injuries. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart damage, lung damage,
Crud! I got eliminated!
Call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call us right now. You may be entitled to substantial compensation.
If you or a loved one were injured from an IVC filter that failed, call 1-800-494